Officials call it a contagion effect. We're talking about threats coming to schools following a tragedy at another. And there have been threats at schools throughout our area in the days following last week's horror. But how do school officials know what is credible? Jessica Borg is in Cleveland tonight with an incident that happened at an elementary school. What's going on, Jessica?
Len, Mia, that incident here in Cleveland yesterday concerned a 12-year-old boy on campus. Officials say in this terrifying climate of school shootings, virtually no threat can be casually dismissed. But what makes one credible and potentially dangerous? They say usually there are a few key words that raise red flags. Throughout the Houston area, schools dealing with threats. Eastside Elementary School here in Cleveland has stepped up police presence today. Yesterday, a fifth grader brought a pellet gun to school in his backpack and struck two students in the neck and leg. Fortunately, they weren't injured.
It's crazy. But you know what? It's all about parents. Let the kids take wherever they want to school.
Cleveland ISD Police Chief Rex Evans says other students had first noticed the gun and told teachers. The principal called police and took the fifth grader into custody.
Parents need to have an open dialogue with their kids about school violence.
Today, a threat shut down Texas State Technical College in Fort Bend County. The school said there was no imminent danger, but closed the campus out of an abundance of caution. And LaPorte police today say they arrested a Lomax Junior High School student for making a terroristic threat on the bus. Chief Evans says in this climate of school shootings, any threat takes on new meaning.
If you hear the word gun, if you hear the words, I'm going to kill, I'm going to blow up, I'm going to burn down, I'm going to do some type of physical harm to someone or a group of people or this school, we have an obligation to take that serious and investigate it.
Social media often plays a role in these threats. Following the Parkland school shooting, the chief says Cleveland ISD schools received a number of these threats, some of them videos that parents saw and called attention to. Thankfully, nothing similar since the tragic shooting at Santa Fe High School.
Sometimes I think that our students, not just here but in any school, utilize social media and don't understand the magnitude of what they're posting.
Now, Cleveland ISD police are urging students not to wear backpacks for the rest of the school year. Now that testing is over, that 12-year-old student yesterday has been suspended for the rest of the school year, and aggravated assault charges, we're told, may be filed against him. We are live this evening in Cleveland. Jessica Borg, KHOU 11 News.
Such different times we live in. Jessica, thank you. And